What's that, Skip? Shauno's talking about Supercoach again. Let's go. G'day everybody, it's Shauno again, and I'm back with some more Supercoach content. Today we're going to be going through our round 15 team review, so let's get into it and see how we did. Before we start, don't forget, we're trying to get to 300 subscribers before the end of the season, so hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, please give me a like and leave a comment down below. So this week we've got a score of 2,052. Not bad, but not really that good. Not compared to some scores out there. If round rank was in the 40,000, top 21%, so not great. Let's be honest. We've been saying that the last few weeks. It's been a pretty rough buy rounds for the Shauno. Season rank 10,761, which is down 581 places. I expected to go down again this week with that score. I'm thinking that it's still better than the last few weeks where we've dropped thousands of places. So could have been worse, but certainly could have been better. Let's go and see how the team did. Alright, so in the back line, we got Bailey-Dale with an 83. Not bad, but the ball didn't spend too much time down there in the back half. With the Bulldogs versus Richmond, the Bulldogs won that game pretty convincingly, so it's no surprise that he didn't get one of those huge scores that he normally does. Wanganeen-Malera has definitely been a great buy-in that I got a few weeks ago. I faded McKercher and got Malera just because I thought he might be a little bit more consistent. Paid an extra 100k for him, and he's paid off for the last 2 weeks now with a beautiful score this week of 142. So very, very happy with that, and very happy with that trade. One of the trades I've been happy with this season. There hasn't been too many, but that's one I'm certainly patting myself on the back for. Unfortunately, poor Lachie Whitfield in for concussion in the first quarter. Went down, was taken off, subbed off. Reports are that it wasn't too bad, and he's got the bye though this week, so I assume that he'll be back around 17, but that's pretty rough when your premium gets 16 points, so that certainly didn't help my score this week. Matt Roberts, 95, right on his average. That's what we expect from him. And then we used a loophole to get Clark on the field for the 65, which was 2 more points than 63, so I guess we won that battle, even though it was only 2 points, and his score probably didn't count to my final score. Brayshaw 103, which is not bad, but as my vice captain, I would have liked more. We'll see in a second that it kind of hurt us a little bit. Bont 177. Well, the Bont is back. Now, I was very worried about the Bont after the last couple of weeks, and I didn't know if he was going to be back or not, and he has come back with a vengeance. 177. And if you went out there and picked him as your captain, like a lot of people recommended, congratulations. I couldn't do it, and that's the score that we got. Sinclair, 65, very disappointing for a premium that we paid right up for. He's going back down in price, so if you want to pick up Sinclair in a week or two, I'm sure you can. Dacos is also back. The Bont and Dacos are both back. 157. Very nice from him. Good to see a nice spike score. And he had the Windhager tag. It wasn't really windy. It was more like a light breeze this week because Dacos just ran straight through that tag and still got himself a 157. So very nice Dacos. We like it. Rao, 106. That's what we expect out of him. Almost right on his average, which is nice. Sheasel, even though I still hate the new role, he didn't see any centre bounces, I don't think, but he still managed to get 100. So as long as he can keep that going, that's great. Jai Cadwell, another great buy-in for me, another one that's really worked out. 125 this week. Looks like the gun midfielder at Essendon. He's the man down there, so that's really good. Doherty, 99. This is also good, but it could have been a lot better. He was almost on, I think he had more, between 50 and 60 points at quarter time, and he just went on to get another, the rest up to 99 the rest of the game. But it does show he has scoring ability, and the 99 is basically what I'm looking for from him. Anywhere from about 100, from 80 to about 110 each week. Gets me a rookie off the field and gets me a decent score. So that's what I'm looking for him. So very happy with that. Gordon didn't play. Now here's the big disappointment. Sherry, 79, and my captain. So we faded Brayshaw 103. Now we knew that Petnett and TDK were going to tag team him, but we never thought the score could be this low. And I have to apologise. Anybody who took my captain recommendations, I said I thought he was still a safe back, a safe fallback option if your vice captain didn't work. How wrong was I? His lowest score of the year of a 79, and I mean, it really hurt my score. A lot of people were saying go Bont. I was like, I couldn't trust Bont. I'll go Sherry because I trust him. And, the player I paid up 670k for delivered me a 79. So that's very disappointing, and it hurt my score quite a bit. As for that though, the captain choices, like a lot of choices might have gone a Brayshaw or somebody into either a Sherry, a Bont, but a lot of people were talking also about Dale and maybe even Whitfield. So it could have been worse. Not that Dale would have been too much, or would have been slightly better, but it was a hard week, and I think maybe we should have just trusted the Bont, but it's pretty hard to do after getting a 60 the week before. So once again, apologise anybody who took my captain advice and used a Sherry as the fallback and got a 79 like I did. One of the things with being a content creator is, it's okay if my team does bad, but you hate it if you give some advice and then that really turns out to be, a bad advice. And that probably, I don't know if it was bad advice, but it certainly didn't turn out very well for the people who did it like myself. So a big apology out there to everyone out there in the community. Bailey Smith, 85, reasonable. Petrarca had the week off. Daniel, 91, what we expect of him. Darcy, my buy-in last week, 144, very nice. This is what we said. He was cheaper. We were jumping between him and Horn Francis. I actually preferred Horn Francis, but we wanted the money we saved from getting Sean Darcy. Bam, smacks out a 144. And by looking at that at 459, still seems very affordable. Pretty much got his break even. I believe his break even was around that amount. And Bont was the same, had a massive break even of, 179 or something, and pretty much got very close to his break even. So both for the Bont and for Darcy, it's probably the cheapest you're going to see them if you're looking to get them in. Let's have a quick look. 100, yeah. Darcy's only got a break even of 19. So if you look at Darcy, this is the week to get on. Warner, 93, right around his average, what we expect from him. And Sims, as a bit of bench cover, got me a 37. Didn't count, but at least he came on and played. And the other recruit this week, both the recruits went very well to Shauno's team this week. We got Darcy and Mills smashed out 121. This is exactly what we hoped he could do, playing behind the ball. In the back line, the half-back role. So hopefully he keeps that up. That's really good. So including the game he had before this one, where it was 100, he's done very well for us since he's been back in the Sydney Swans and since we brought him into our team. It's only 1 week for us, but the last 2 weeks he scored 100 and 121. So we really like that. Overall, as we said, the score was 2,052, which if we had gone Bont as the captain, it would have been a lot better. And as vice captain choices, maybe we could have gone vice captain, Sherry and the Bont, but, we didn't know that at the time, and I still, didn't trust Bont after his 69 last week, so he kind of punished us for that. But that's how we did, so better than we have been doing, but still not great. So the king and the joker of the team this week. So 177 would be nice as a king, but I think you've got to give it to one of the new recruits, right? You recruit a new player, he comes into your team and he just smashes it. Who's it going to be? I think we'll give it to Callum Mills just because he was cheaper than Darcy. They can almost share the crown this week. Both new recruits came out, smashed good hundreds. I like them both, but we're going to give it to Callum Mills. He can be the king of the team this week. 121 for a 350k player. That's more than you could ever ask for. So very, very happy with that. He gets to be the king. And the joker, I think, is pretty obvious. We're not going to give the joker to the Paul Whitfield because he was taken out with a concussion. The joker goes to Sherry. Like, please, someone we paid 670k for, I paid for him. which is what he's worth at the moment. I'm sure he has a huge break even this week if you want to get him cheaper in a few weeks. It's break even at 213, predicted to go down 40k. So anyone out there without Sherry, in a couple of weeks' time, he might be affordable for you. But yeah, pretty rough to have a captain score of 79. His lowest score of the season. I really didn't think, even being double teamed at Carlton, I really didn't think he'd ever punch out a score this low without being injured. I thought at least he would get 100 to 105 on a really bad day. So really disappointing there. He gets the joker. Don't know whether he's making me laugh or cry. Probably cry, but anyway, he gets the joker, and Mills, he gets the king of the team. With, maybe his queen can be Darcy. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. Okay, as for trades this week, I think it's going to be pretty simple for me. We've got 6 trades left. Now, I'll go through the best trades for the community, which I think are the best rookies and the best primos to get in my trade time video, which will come out probably tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one. But for the moment, we'll just do the best trades for me, the ones that I'm doing. So I think the best thing for me is to go break even at 34 for Clark, -8 for Carroll. So I think we're going to get rid of Clark. What about Johnson here? He's got a break even of 14. So I think we're going to get rid of Clark, and we're going to go early on Tom McCarthy. Now, normally I would never recommend going early on a rookie, just in case they get injured or something. But I think, this is going to be probably one of the safer options. As long as he doesn't get injured, I can't see him not playing. He smashed that 133. I need... I've already got quite a few Essendon and players out on this round 16, so I'm getting rid of an Essendon rookie. I'm bringing in the Eagles rookie, and I believe we're going to play him. Did we not? Did it not work? Did it not work? We said no, did we? We said no to the trade that we want. Let's try that again. Complete that trade. So there's the one trade that we're definitely doing. It could vary on, we could pick Carroll or Johnson, but I think this way is probably the best. Carroll's going to make some more money. Johnson, who knows if he gets dropped or whatever when some other players come back. Clark has been playing that back role, and Johnson has been in the mids though. So there are quite a few Essendon mids like Ridley coming back over the next few weeks, maybe after their bye. So maybe Clark's the one that gets dropped. I'm not too sure. They're not playing him in that wing role where he scored those 3 goals anymore. So maybe they just move him back to the wing. Maybe that's where he needs to be. That'll be good for him if they do that. Maybe they don't. So anyway, I could be completely wrong, and Johnson could be the one that gets dropped, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens either. So Carroll seems to be okay at the moment. Carlton have a few injuries as well, so he's doing okay. I think he can potentially get up to 250, 260k. Another reason why I'm picking him is holding him over Clark. Clark had that really low score in his system, so he's going to take a few weeks to make money, where if for some reason we needed money, not that we're really going to have the trades for it, but Carroll will be worth more sooner. So McCarthy, I think we're going to put McCarthy straight on the field. He's going to either be our player or our flex. So again, we'll set up the team like we're going to do. So we're definitely going to do that one trade. Now, we have a question of whether we want to do 2 trades or not. Now, this only leaves us 5 trades. But the thing for me is, one, we would like to increase our ranking, our overall ranking. But as you guys know, at the moment, my big league is very important to me. And we won the match this week. It was a bit of a close one. His team was just a bit unlucky than I was. He had Jackson in his team, and he had Sarong, and he had Clark. So he had an absolute blinder of a start to his round. I thought I'd lost after that first round, and I was very thankful that he didn't put the VC on Jackson. If you had watched my video, Luke Jackson from Freo was my number one VC option, and did he smash it out of the park. So unfortunately I didn't have him to take that option, and unfortunately, unlucky for me, my opponent didn't take it. So we won that match, which makes me happy, but we're still, if we have a quick look, we still means, sorry if that's a bit bright for everybody, so we're in 7th, and we play the second place team, Jason, with Master Beta, or Master Beta, whichever way you would like to think. But we play him this week, and he's a very good player, and he has a very good team. So it's going to be tough to beat him. Now, I don't really want to drop out of the 8. So maybe, do I have to trade to try and keep myself in the 8? It's one thing to say I'm going to concentrate on leagues, but if I drop outside the 8 and don't finish in the finals, well, then that's not very good to me. So I think I might make another trade. Now, leaving myself with 4 trades is extremely scary and not something that I recommend, but I just want to, I'm going to go for it. As they say, if I finish outside the top 8 in my leagues, it doesn't really matter. If I drop another few thousand places in the overall scoring, it doesn't matter. But if I make this trade and I go up in the scoring, or go up in the overall score, or I manage to maybe creep into the top 4, or at least make the finals of my leagues, I'll be much happier. So the other trade we're thinking of is Roberts out, even though he's been sitting on nicely. We move a Sinclair back, and we bring in the buttery one. We like it when we have steak. We like a bit of butter. We discussed we like butter on our toast when we have peanut butter. So if we could afford to do this, leaves us 19k in the bank, and it gives me a team that I like the look of. So in theory, my team could be complete anyway without Supercoach is just having a little fit here for a second, crew. Just hold on. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So we're thinking about getting Butters into the team. So that makes my team look a lot better, I think. So my team, after we come out of the buys, will look something like Sinclair, Dale, Wangani Malera, Zorko, Whitfield. We can either have, we can put McCarthy, or we can say Mills. So it kind of looks like, Primos. Brayshaw, Butters, Bontempelli, Dacos, Rao, Sheasel, Cadwell and Doherty, Gawn and Sherry, Smith, Petrarca, Daniel, Darcy, Warner. We'll have Rankinine and Tom McCarthy in the flex. Hopefully he can get us that. I'm hoping Tom McCarthy delivers about an 80 plus each week in that back roll at the Eagles. So hopefully he can hold down the flex. That leaves us 4 trades, which means we cannot trade. Basically, for the 4 weeks, the only time we can trade is if one of our primos gets a serious injury and is rubbed out basically for more than about 4 or 5 weeks. Then we can trade. We have 19k in the bank. We can go 1 down and 1 up. If we get to like 4 rounds left of the season, we could go, down and up to try and maybe get a 23rd primo if Tom McCarthy is not doing the job, or if we just want somebody on the bench who could potentially score big as well and not just a heap of dead rookies. But yeah, so that's how the team looks. I hope you like how it looks. I kind of like how it looks. For this week, obviously, round 16 bye, we'll bring in Carroll. None of these guys will play. And we will bring in Simpson for Smith. Hopefully he gets us some points. I guess we'll put Gross on the field by some miracle if he does play. And for vice captain and captain choices, well, we had a disaster last week when it came to vice captain and captain. Why don't we go vice captain Butters, Western Bull. Do we trust Sherry again? Gawn against Wits. Sherry against Meek. Will Sherry make a comeback? Maybe we should go vice captain Bont. Butters into Bont. Is that, Bont at Sydney, away from home at the SCG. James, does Jordan go to him? What, and Gawn or Sherry? It's a tough one this week. I was just going straight, Gawn into Sherry, but after last week, it's a bit risky. Maybe we'll give Gawn a go. Against Wits, against Meek, I'll probably back one of these guys. I'll probably back Sherry in for a comeback, but maybe we'll just go Gawn. Wits does, how's he been scoring against Wits in the past? 88, 97, so not great to be honest, so maybe I'm not going to go him. And what about Sherry against Hawthorn, 123, 144? All right, maybe we give Sherry a chance to redeem himself, see if he can punish us 2 weeks in a row. Otherwise, we might just go Butters into Bont and just hope that works out, and just have a look at the two ruckmen. How does Butters go against Carlton in recent times? 98, 98, so not great to be honest. Maybe we do leave it this way. Anyway, I think that's going to be the video for today, crew. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me that subscribe so we can get ourselves up to 300 subscribers before the end of the season. Like the video, hit that notification button if you want to know when I go live with my live videos later on in the week. Keep an eye out for that trade time video, which will probably come out tomorrow. And I hope you all have a really awesome week, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take it away, Skip.